Half a day, everybody. Jason Salas here, and I am in the epicenter of performing arts here at the Micronesia Mall, and I have someone here who was at the epicenter of making sure that our young people appreciate dance, acting, stagecraft in all of its forms. Front of house, back of house, the one and only Benjie Diola, truly an island institution. Benjie, an incredible honor to see you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, and we are celebrating Benjie's career, his countless contributions to the performing arts here on island at the Saint Cecilia Music Gala that is happening before 2024 is over. Perfect way to ring in the holidays. And put it this way, Benjie, you've been involved in the performing arts here on Guam and back in Cebu for so long. You actually got a Lifetime Achievement Award on Guam, 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
So, sorry,
very
like,
true,
bring the
very
back
true.
in.
No, very true.
But that kind of reinforces the point, is this is not just a job to you, and it's not just something to do to draw a check. This truly is your passion.
It is, because it runs in the family. I have a sister who's a voice teacher, piano and voice teacher. I have a brother who's a concert violinist.
Okay.
So, and me into performing arts and dance.
So is it your family that got you in it? Because
No, they were against me.
Okay.
Against my vocation.
So you were the rebel.
Because they wanted me to be an architect. Then I would escape from home to tell them I was going to my classmate's house. Then I would go for rehearsals.
Because those are two different sides of the brain. You have the very rigid discipline of architecture, and then you have, you would say, the more creative arts, the more expressive.
That's the reason I can design sets, design costumes, part of my being a director and choreographer.
Okay, well, let's not just like paint you into a corner when it comes to like anything stagecraft. You know, you do acting, as I said, you do directing, you do the music side, you do the props, the costuming, and everything like that.
That's why it's so easy for me to work with actors, because I play their roles. Either it's a girl's part, an old man's part, any actors, I do their part. So it was easy for me to create a character with that person who's part of the show.
What about young people here on Guam tend to lead us based on our work ethic, our cultural upbringing, like even our frustrations and everything? How can we channel that and exhibit that on stage, playing a character?
You know, it's the discipline that's very important for stage. It's time frame. They're on time for rehearsals. They have memorized their lines. They know their song, the lyrics and everything, and their dance movement. So, but nowadays, kids are so easy to work with.
Really?
They learn fast.
I would have thought it would have been the other way because because they're always on the phones and like everybody.
Yeah, but when rehearsal starts, they're the type that would really know what they're doing. They don't want to disappoint the director, especially me. I'm so strict.
Now, Benjie, I know there's this like theory when it comes to like acting. As I said, the best American actors are British.
Yes, that's true.
And yeah, I mean, look up anybody that's been in the movies and everything. They're Welsh, they're British, Australian, and everything.
True.
But American actors still have a place because they're gravitating maybe more towards comedy. What do actors in the PI and here on Guam, like what styles and plays or like methods of acting do we do better at?
They're number one. I'm working on a play right now. I'm doing the Mikado for the San Carlos Seminary in Cebu.
Nice.
And I do have problems with her, I don't want to insult the priest. I have to work with her English.
Okay.
Correct English, how to pronounce it right, how to enunciate it right. And there's no difference between here and in Guam or in the Philippines.
We do really well at musicals here, right?
All musicals. And I do the big events for the government here.
Yep.
Remember, South Pacific Games, Micronesian Games, Fastpack, the Total show in Tahiti, and Rotary in Japan. So many shows.
The opening ceremony of Festpac in 2016.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was.
Benjie, that was incredible.
I did. You know what happened was that I had complaints about what happened 4 years ago, before the 2016, that and the entrance of the companies, the performers, they were distracted by their actions, other countries' destruction. So the attention was given to these people, then the people that's going in to be introduced.
Okay.
So what I did was to put them at the back of that stage. Nobody can see them. And then I changed everything. So they were so happy. I did something different.
And that is the experience you helped to create because it was a proper production. You know, it wasn't just like, okay,
and the other one
out.
that was heavy for me was the South Pacific Games.
Those are always fun.
Oh, what?
I love
My
SPGs.
God. But we did something about the culture of Guam there. And there's so many, 70 productions. Like when President Lincoln came to Guam, had to do the opening number. And
Uncle Tote actually did the did the pledge of, or did the national anthem in Chamorro.
Yes, in Chamorro.
Which was
very, very
jaw-dropping. Absolutely
very,
amazing.
very true. That's true.
Yeah. So you know what it's like to actually create the ambiance and say, like, you know, I mean, because, you know, don't just put people there and sing or do like a dance and get off stage. I mean, you really want to create something that you're never going to forget.
Okay, for years now, ever since I went back to Cebu, I would come home to do plays for Academy of Fair Lady. Of course, Zoom audition, we do Zoom audition. Then I said, okay, get that girl to play the role, blah, blah, blah. I'm only given 3 weeks to put, when I get in, I work on the sets, I work on the costumes, I work on the choreography, and I work on the acting. I have only 3 weeks.
Would you consider yourself a control freak?
Yes.
There you go, the perfect career.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, again, I mean, that lends very perfectly because at the Saint Cecilia's Music Gala, we will be honoring you, and
thank you, Philharmonic.
But yeah, but it's and you know, Max Ronquillo, our friends at the Guam Philharmonic Society, absolutely amazing work that they're doing to keep the performing arts alive. But it's a chance to actually reflect on the many years and the tireless work that you've already, you know, the innumerable number of lives that you've inspired.
Frankly speaking, when Max called me up, he said, Tito Benjie, are you coming to Guam? I go, why? Siya, it's a secret, it's a secret. And of course, I said, when are you coming? I said, okay, when is the best time for me to go there? Because I just finished Jesus Christ Superstar for La Salle in Iligan. So I said, okay, I'll be there by November. I said, please make sure you're here on November 27. Then I got text. It's no longer a secret. This is what's going to happen on the 27th. These are friends of mine. They're friends of mine that lives here. And I said, it's already in the papers. What do you...
Spoiler alert, he's awesome. and we're going to absolutely honor him. And very justified. Okay. Benjie, is there a play that you have not worked on that you've always wanted to, that you haven't gotten around to yet? Because you've done the classics, you've done the Broadway staples.
I'm more into classic. Old plays I go for. I'm not
even some of the more obscure ones that maybe like are...
My Fair Lady. Well, this is what happened.
Nothing obscure about that. My Fair Lady is amazing.
We were judging, me and John Anderson, the late John Anderson. And I wrote him I texted him. I said, would you like to be in a play? And he said, if you're going to do My Fair Lady, I'd like to play the professor.
Wait a minute, did you direct, I want to say this is 1991, Pirates of Penzance?
Yes, for the Guam Symphony.
At Pacific Star. That was one of the most amazing times I've ever had. We went there for English class when I was in high school, and Fred Nelson was in that. John Anderson
Fred
was
Nelson
in that.
was there. Yes.
You know, Jefferson Cronin was.
It was
in
Milton Kratz.
Yeah.
Who
absolutely incredible. See, Benjie's done it all.
All. I've been doing it all for the Guam Symphony.
There you go. And we are so happy to be able to give you, you know, this recognition, to give you your flowers, to say thank you, si Diyos Masi, maraming salamat po for everything that you've done for now generations of Guamanians really.
Most welcome and my pleasure to do more shows here in Guam.
All right. Well, what keeps you going now? You're 75 years old.
I'm 75 years old. I'm still directing. If I stay home, I'll get sick. So I need to work, and I'm busy with 4 plays in Cebu for the year 2025.
There you go.
That's life.
All right. The show must go on. And for Benjie Diola, it absolutely does. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Always good to talk to you.